Apparently, Tyler liked this tweet. He said Tyler's fan base hates black music, despite Tyler himself having a very deep love and appreciation for it. Charlie Wilson, Erykah Badu, DJ Drama collaborations, and they still refuse to engage with black art on any meaningful level. Very cannibalistic. I don't think that this is an unfair perspective to have on not only Tyler Creator's audience, but a lot of people's audience. And I think, this is probably why you saw that shift in Kendrick Lamar more recently. Is kind of for like a similar reason, even though people attach to his music for a completely different reason than they did Tyler the Creator's music. And I feel like there's an explanation for the difference. But I do think that Tyler definitely fed into this earlier on. The type of people that he was attracting with the antics, or at least the things that he would say, was very like white humor, white edgy teen adjacent. So for him to have developed that group of fans, it isn't surprising to me, especially when the music that he's made isn't necessarily overt in its like understanding of Tyler's growth. Like, I always ask myself why I don't find myself returning to Tyler Creator's music like that, and it's often because he doesn't articulate his messages in the same way that other rappers tend to, even though his musical palette is way beyond theirs, like light years ahead it can be. And I feel like musically he's a lot more enjoyable than a lot of the people out there right now. But I don't feel like, he's able to write his albums in that way for me to like interpret and feel it in the same way that I might others. You get what I'm saying? And to put it simply, yeah, like whatever your name is, I guess Chai. I don't know how to pronounce your name. But yeah, it's like, it's not overtly and very clearly pro-black music from Tyler the Creator. So I don't feel like he's made that shift enough to disassociate himself from the people that don't have that appreciation for black music the way that you might, say from Kendrick Lamar, etc. So I do definitely think that this is his fault. And to like a tweet like this also kind of undermines the responsibility that he might have to take. You get what I'm saying? Because Tyler has no replay value. He's like McDonald's, is unhealthy for you. Here and there, you get it at the moment. But shout out, no, Burner, no, that's not how I feel about Tyler's music at all. Like that, how lowest common denominator McDonald's is to compare Tyler the Creator music to that? I'm not saying that he makes like nothing music, but in terms of like the articulation of a point, there's just so many other writers out there that probably get to that point and with a lot more like depth. But Tyler is able to still make his points without making it like fake deep. You get what I'm saying? I still appreciate what he be saying. It just don't resonate at the same level that it might from someone else. But it's definitely not like comparable to McDonald's. That's crazy. If Tyler is proven or shown himself to be odd in any of his perspectives, like to world events, for example, like you can't be the same nigga to say some shit about your white audience like that, and you haven't made like that distinction musically in the medium in which they consume you the most right now. Like that shit's crazy to me. This is one of the first tweets, and wow, what the fuck did he do to you? Also, shout out Leon Thomas. He was the only reason I watched it. That's cap. Damn, I was about to lie. Now, that would have been me being fake pro-black. I'm not even about to lie. To act like I was listening to or sitting through and torturing myself with victorious episodes to see Leon Thomas is crazy as fuck. I wasn't a fan of Tyler before Flower Boy, really. Like, I listened to some of the records. I was like, okay, I get this one. I get this one. This one sound nice. But, like, I didn't fuck with Tyler before Flower Boy. I didn't. Me too, his nappy dreads. His nappy dreads? Why am I just not reading his nappy dreads? I wonder what, like, what I'm saying? I wonder who this person was. You could guess, but I wonder. But you get what I'm saying, right? In a vacuum, by itself, right? You saying as a black man, I hate that black dude from Victorious, and you are a famous rapper or up-and-coming rapper, is a bad thing. Not because you can say this in private as a black person. I really feel like you can say this, but you don't realize how much of your audience is not your persuasion in this realm, and then you never correct it, and then you're surprised a decade or two later when you make predominantly black music and you've never said anything to like make that line in the sand, really, musically or even publicly. Like obviously they're not gonna take too much of what you're saying. Like that shit's crazy to me. I'm not like, it's not an outrage because the statement is bad, which it is, but who is going to, you got to pay attention to that. What the fuck is this? I know in 2011, I know y'all niggas was going crazy on Twitter. Oh my God. Oh, he tried to delete it. Wait, those tweets are gone now? Not the tweet and delete. Don't tell me they caught you deleting it. He deleted it. Oh, nah. Yo, what are you sending me? What the fuck? I'm about to show it, but what the fuck are you sending me? Bro, what? This what you was on? I hate Black History Month. Why the fuck do you have to fucking separate niggas still? Oh, it's paying homage to our heroes. Fuck that. This 2014. Hold on, let me see. Maybe there's benefit of the doubt to be given here. I doubt it. I'm gonna try one thing, and I don't think it's gonna work, Tyler. I did hear somebody come in here and say, like, oh, they're trying to get him out of here for tweets that have been public for mad long. Bro, I don't know how long this shit's been available or how long it's been around. Like, you being openly anti-black and never having corrected it, but then having the audacity to come on and show love to D'Angelo and then be like, oh yeah, my fans, I don't know why they being weird. The fuck are you talking about? You was 25 years old, damn near, talking about why do we have Black History Month? And black people are currently mad right now, but in 2 weeks we'll be over it because they really don't care. Cool hashtag though, right? I mean, he's not the only one that's always had this perspective, but again, it's just dangerous levels of irresponsibility. 2014 too, like, you can't say you didn't have the information. You can't say you didn't have the knowledge. You can't say that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, you didn't run into somebody that knew what it was they were talking about in this capacity. Like, that's crazy. And this is right after, is this like right after Mike Brown too, by the way? This is about Mike Brown. Not wrong.
Think as adults with adult brains. PP understands social norms change.
Hold on, no. We not doing that. We not doing that. What? Hold on, no. We not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. My nigga, how old was I in 2014? 17? I think I was 17, 16, between 16 and 18 years old in 2014. I was furious over Trayvon Martin. And that's partially because Trayvon Martin and I were the same age. And I tell people, or I used to tell people all the time, how much it broke my heart when I watched the verdict. I watched it with my family. I watched them basically say, nah, you didn't do nothing wrong. And my literal heart, my stomach, like, my heart was in my stomach. I've never felt so hopeless in my life. I'm going to be honest, in that exact moment, I was like, oh, nah, this is crazy. Like, I genuinely felt like I was tore up for weeks about that shit. And then I believe it was like, I don't know how long or how much later it was, but when I saw Mike Brown's situation, I was like angry about it, but like, it wasn't the situation that made me angry, even though it was more of the discourse around it, because I was starting to interact with social media, giving their perspective about niggas like Mike Brown at the time. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm seeing all these conspiracy theorist videos, all these like, oh, he deserved it. If you would have just complied, if you wouldn't have ran, if you wouldn't have did this whole time, back is to the nigga that shot him. I don't know how many times in the back. I'm thinking to myself, how are you justifying this? How are you, like, in my head? And I was working at the time. I had just gotten one of my first few early jobs, and I'm dealing with some of the niggas, like some of the ass niggas, and some of the white people talking about, oh yeah, nah, like maybe he should have just listened to the nigga. I'm dealing with people that talk about shit like this. To have Tyler Creator saying dumb shit like this, like what? Oh, I was about to say something so crazy, but I'ma just ban you instead. Oh, I was about to say something so crazy, but I'ma just ban you instead. Oh my God. I was 17, 18 years old, mad as fuck in my room about a nigga I didn't know because he was unjustifiably murdered. And I got a 25-year-old, a nigga 8 years my senior, talking about why the fuck you care about this at the same time. That's crazy. I'm sorry, that's crazy. I don't know about you. To me, that's crazy. I don't really give a fuck how dig or how far down niggas had to dig for these tweets. I'll be honest, that's fucking crazy. And again, public reformation is not a problem, like, at all. I'm for people having problematic tweets. I welcome them. To be honest, I think they funny as hell, especially when a person is removed from that type of behavior. It's hilarious looking back on it. But not when it's shit like this. This is crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest. I would feel like this is too absurd to be like, oh yeah, he's really meaning it, but at the same time, it's still weird. You know, you at this point, I think he was still grown. He's still grown. I don't know what type of late development Tyler the Creator had to go through, but this is very adjacent to a certain demographics type of humor that we generally see when we look back at old behavior. And to see that his, behavior is in line with that doesn't surprise me when you talk about, oh, you want to dislike the fan base that you got right now. You get what I'm saying? So when you talk about, oh yeah, nah, like they don't appreciate the black music and shit like that, come on, don't be surprised if this is your humor back then. I know who you was around and what it is that you gravitated toward. It is what it is. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, like some of the verbiage here, it's not really crazy. Like I said, I'm not even. Please take it from me. I don't care 99% of the time about nothing you got going on. The tweets, I am the biggest advocate of letting people move on from old shit, 100%, 100%. But for people that are active in their pursuit against or away from, you know, the type of behavior that they might used to enact in, like, you just can't be the nigga to say, yeah, them white niggas, and then this is your history, like, this is your past. You can't be that guy. You just can't. And his fan base acted like it's no big deal, and people can't look at this and be like, yeah, no, that's weird as fuck. And also funny that he's never been a person to speak out publicly or musically about his ideas, and these used to be them. Yeah, man, you kind of weird. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, fuck with the music still. Like, it, you know, musically, he's obviously super talented. Nobody gonna take that away from him, but don't act like this is nothing. Yeah, everybody got a questionable, well, I won't say questionable past. Everybody got shit that they probably regret, things that they wish they didn't do. Again, nobody needs to be perfect, but just don't be that guy. Don't be that, is what I'm saying. I know it sounds unfair, but when you got a platform and you way more visible, and at the time of you saying fuck shit, people are listening to and consuming what you're saying, you're worse. I know niggas don't want to hear that, but there's a certain level of power that comes with, you know, a following. And if you decide to be stupid when you are popular, it's worse than somebody being stupid and nobody knows them. It is what it is. So, yeah, you might have fucked up too, but you not Tyler. Mad niggas not Tyler. It is what it is. Sorry. Imagine someone going hunting for your old controversies. I'd be canceled too. Shit, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody could do that for most people. They really could. Somebody could do that for most people. But there are thresholds, bro. There are thresholds, and you could dig, you know what I'm saying? You could try to find XYZ. You not gonna find no anti-black, oh yeah, nah, why the fuck niggas going, why they outraged about, you know what I'm saying, Zimmerman? Why they outraged about Mike Brown? Why they outraged about black injustice and shit like that? You not gonna see that as a black man meet that coming from, I'm sorry. There are lines that are drawn. There are, what do you say, barriers and boundaries that people have to certain shit. Like, I might have done too much in this arena, but I'm not gonna go this far. But I don't even think Tyler even now is on some pro-black shit just because he references or highlights black music. Like, I've never looked at his music. And again, there is that one song off of his most recent album, the album from Chromacopia, where he's talking about loving your blackness and being like in favor of the things that make you you. But at the same time, it's like, it's just nowhere near as overt enough for me to be like, oh yeah, nah, he's speaking for the niggas now. I don't think that at all still. It is what it is though. You know, I don't think that he's anti-black. I'll say that now. But I just don't know niggas, bro. I really don't. After a certain point, what we doing? It's gotta be AI. It gotta be AI. It gotta be. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know? Look up the vid. I don't want to look up the video, bro. Look, I don't want to see nothing else. I'm good. Like, I don't want to see nothing else. It's a music video for a song. No, that's fire. I'm just know. This was done when I saw the Mike Brown shit. Like, it literally couldn't get worse from that, is what I'm saying. So, like, it's good. I don't need to see it. Like, whether it was or it wasn't, I'm just looking at the images as they present themselves. I don't even fuck with Tyler, the Creator, from before Flower Boy like that. I'm just being honest. So I don't need you to show me and then be like, oh yeah, it's not as bad. Like, I'm good still regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, if if you would have told me about Earl Sweatshirt having done something like this, then I'd be like, oh, well, now it's funny in context seeing the type of person that he presents himself as now, musically and even through interview. You know what I'm saying? But that's not Tyler, the Creator.